Good morning, family. How are you? Happy Thursday. How's everybody doing this morning? I hope everybody's doing well this morning, and I hope everyone had a good Wednesday yesterday. And with that being said, I'm going to jump right into our motivation because, again, family, I have a busy morning. They have me in court. Sorry, greasy face. They have me in court uh half the morning this morning, and then I have an appointment in the middle. I know I have an appointment in the afternoon, so uh it's gonna be a busy Thursday. But I definitely wanted to get out this morning motivation for you family to make sure that you all have a wonderful, wonderful start to your day, a positive start to your day. So let's jump right into it, okay, family? So let's go. The first quote I have for you is: sometimes in the wave of change, we find our true direction. Again, family, sometimes in the wave of change, we find our true direction. True, 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 family. That is so true. Um, Sometimes, certain like way that I thought I wanted to go in my life, hasn't like went my way, and God would change my whole direction to another way, and at that time, when things don't fall into play like I wanted to, I think it's a failure. And it's not until after like I start looking at it positive and realize that the change that God allowed, that detour, that turnaround that he allowed, that U-turn, in my life, that change that he allowed to come into my life, it was definitely uh it was definitely meant for my life. It was actually what was planned in the book that God had for me. Even though I don't know what God has for me because it's written in the book, but he does. And at the time, when things change like that, of course, you're gonna get upset because you had in your mind, how you wanted certain things to go on. When it don't go that way, obviously you get upset about it, and I have. But like I said, it wasn't until later on after I got over the being upset about it not working in my favor that I realized that that change in direction was what I needed. It wasn't what I wanted, but it was what I needed. You understand what I'm saying? And then ultimately, it was what I wanted later on. At the time, I couldn't see that and everything because I was so focused on what I wanted, the direction that I wanted to go, and everything. When I let go of the steering wheel and sat back in the back seat, that's when, God was steering my life and did a detour, and the whole change of my life, turned a 360. And at the time, like I said, I didn't understand it, but it was written in the book the whole time for my life, but I didn't understand that, and it wasn't until later on I started to see it might not been what I wanted at that time, but I know it was what I needed at that time. And then ultimately, as God showed me more and more about the direction that he changed my life, is actually what I really wanted. You understand, family? So, what I thought I wanted for my life, actually wasn't right for me, And who would know better than God, because he knows me better than anyone. He made me. So he knows me. So, you know, I might not I might have been making a bad decision and God would spare me from it. That's how I look at it, When God, changes me around, turn me around from a way that I was going, and he does a detour in the midst of something that I thought I wanted, I know it's for my good, and I know it's because God knows what's best for me, and that, by me, believing and going in the direction that God planned for me, I know it's ultimately going to be victory because God is in control. So, family, back to the quote: sometimes in a wave of change, we find our true direction. Exactly. In the midst of God changing the direction that I thought I wanted, he he did a 360 and changed my whole, you know, a way of going and everything. And it was actually what I needed, and actually what I wanted. But at the time, I couldn't see that because I was so disturbed by it not going my way, in which I should just let go and let God have His way, you know, and which I did. And that's when I finally found out that the way that I was going was not the right way, but the way that God turned me around, the direction that He changed me around was ultimately what was right for me and was what I needed and was ultimately what I wanted, because at the end of where He took me to, there was victory. So He was sparing me from pain. You know, sometimes He let us go through the pain, you know, especially if we being so disobedient toward Him and like, oh no, I want to do it my way, God, and He been showing you so many signs. You know, sometimes He lets us bump our heads, but in certain cases like this, God did not let me bump my head. He just changed the whole direction of the way I was going and turned me around in the middle of the street and took me another direction, and that direction was ultimately the right direction. Understand, family? So I definitely can relate to this quote. The next thing I have for you, family, is those who judge will never understand, and those who understand will never judge. Again, family, those who judge will never understand, and those who understand will never judge. If you understand, you know, how, you know, God works and how, you know, we all go through stuff, you know, that we're not perfect, you don't have room to judge, you know, because you're not perfect. I'm not perfect, you know. So, you know, once you understand that, you will understand that, you know, people should not judge, and that, and those who understand, you will never see them judging because they understand that we're not perfect and that we're going to make mistakes, and that, you know, we're going to have setbacks and we're going to have failures, and you know, yes, we all sin and everything. Once you understand that, you don't judge no one else because you don't have the right to judge someone. So like the quote says, it says, those who understand will never judge. You understand that you're not perfect, that I'm not perfect, that we're not perfect, and that, you know, we are all God's children. He loves each one of us, you know, as His children. Then you will understand, you know, about there is no judgment. Okay, family? So that's how I feel about that. Family, I gotta get this paperwork together so I can start off this Thursday. I'm starting off with a positive mindset. I hope that these motivations that I, you know, give you guys, help you guys with y'all start today, help motivate you guys as well, because that's what it's all about. It's all about motivating each other, you know. So family, I gotta get out of here and get this day started so I can get to work, and I gotta drop the boys off. You know, I have to leave a little early because Jordan is still on the crutches and he got the brakes on. And speaking on that, you know, Monday, Jordan has to go to the orthopedic surgeon. So me and husband both want to take off Monday to take him to see the orthopedic surgeon. So I'm going to try to vlog, excuse me, some of that, you know, so we can see, you know, just exactly what, you know, is going to go on with Jordan's knee. So family, but until then, I wish you all have a wonderful, blessed Thursday. Stay positive, family. I love you. We love you here at Hanging with the Shoemakers. And if it's in God's will, we'll see you all tomorrow on Friday. Love you, family. Bye.